This could be a lovely day. All you got to do is open, pray. As time goes by, Black Iowa TV, all the faith. Just say nothing cannot go wrong. Just say nothing cannot go wrong.
Yeah, man, blessed love and greetings.
That's the first.
JAH, Rastafari lives.
Aye.
Yeah, man, we are here with David Jadi Goldfine of Zion High Productions, Zion High Kings. Yeah. Oh, the I?
I'm blessed, man. That's it. So, yeah.
I give thanks. Trying to catch up with the I for the longest now for this interview.
Really, thanks to Uncle the
Yeah, man.
That's the first.
So we give thanks all things in due time.
That's it. It never happened before the time, so just JAH.
True.
Yeah, man.
Where the I from?
Providence, Rhode Island is where I was born in the physical flesh, but JAH know Ethiopia, Africa, like every man that walked the earth, same way.
Same. Providence, Rhode Island.
Yeah, that's where I come in.
So, how you got introduced to reggae music? Cause you're a reggae producer and musician, right?
True,
Yes, I. So, how you get introduced to reggae?
Really and truly, just directly through my older sibling, through my older brother. He was into Bob Marley and things, so I was checking into his music collection because I was always an avid music fan, and started playing music at an early age and got into my Bob Marley, and I just caught a vibe, man. I see the cover of Catch a Fire with Bob there and the big head spliff, and just said, wait a minute, I gotta look into this, man, and just got in it. That was early on too. So.
And what instrument you play?
Bass.
Bass.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a bass.
Yeah.
So how long now have you been playing music?
Boy, I started when I was 8. And I reached 36 through the mercy, so not think that great, but I'm in it. Yeah.
A whole heap of time that, yeah man, that's like all your life almost.
I can't really remember not playing.
Little
Little sprinkles here and there of memories before I ever played music, but not too many. Not too many.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're also a producer?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Do you remember the first song you ever produced?
When you say the first song I ever produced, you mean the first song I ever touched the road that I was involved in, or what? What do you mean?
Both.
The first song I ever touched road was something that it was actually a bingy track. It was a Naya bingy track, and I played every instrument. I played guitar, thunder drum, kete, funde, bass was in there, percussion, like some shakers and things like that. And I recorded it on them old 4-track cassette, like the old, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man, I know the old 4-track, yeah.
Yeah, and ended up playing it by my brethren General Jamaica, who ended up doing an album with later, called Original Yard Food. And he heard the rhythm and was like, boy, that even want the rhythm, and he took it and put some little keyboard in it and voiced it and ended up pressing it on a 12-inch vinyl.
What's the name of the song?
Boy, I want to Show Love. Prayerfully. And we just do another tune. Show Love just finished in the foreground, same way, by Pressure. So, but yeah, I think it was Show Love, man. That was like, 2000 maybe?
Okay, so that's the first one, that Touch Road. What's the first one that produced now? Like the first rhythm you build and an artist's voice on it. Like the first time an artist's voice on your rhythm. Would I go anywhere or not? Can you remember?
That's the first, though I can't remember fire.
Since,
That's probably the earliest one I can really remember. Probably, you know what, really and truly? Nah. Probably two that I remember that stick out. One is Ross Moon, my co-partner in Zion Kings, one of the co-partners, the other one, Tippy. He was doing solo work at the time, it still is, and had me come in and play bass. That wasn't really my production. That was his production. He had me play bass, and I don't know if he ever even released that work. But then Archangel and I worked before 2000, in like by 99 or so, on some work, and he voiced it and never released. Also on a 4-track.
Also on a 4-track.
Mm.
Okay. So since then, name some of the projects that Zion High Productions have been involved with.
First one was Yami Bolo Revolution, 2003. Yeah.
Mighty.
Yeah.
Nice
Yami Bolo
album,
Revolution,
yeah.
the first one. Then do Ross Attitude Holding Firm.
See?
Do Messenger Sela Breaking Babylon Curse. We do Glenn Washington Masterpiece. General Jamaica Original Yard Food. Cornell Campbell, New Scroll.
Yeah.
Lloyd Brown, Rudical, Ziggy Ricardo, Therapeutic, most recently. Some others too, some various Jack Golden Throne, various artists. And Wonderful Counselor.
And Zion Kings.
Many. That goes into Tippy catalog, which would be like Ross Batch, Know Thyself, Danny I, Pressure, The Sound most recently, Midnight Beauty for Ashes, Luton Fire Music Never Dies coming out soon. Boy, many. There's many more I can't think of.
Many. Zion Kings have been, I would say, on a roll lately. Like the last 5 or 6 projects that I've seen have been pretty well received.
True,
and it seems like each one is building more and more and more steam. So yeah, congratulations just on all the success just with Pressure's album, Ziggy Ricardo, Midnight, because I think all of them have made Billboard up on them release, and I don't know which other production house can say that the last 3 albums charted on Billboard.
That's true.
So that's a mighty accomplishment, and yes, a Luton Fire album coming on. We know it's going to chart too, because
looking forward to that.
So what are some of the rhythm compilations now?
We did JAH Warrior, Tippy, and then did for Ivory did Songbird Rhythm. Moon and Luster Kings are about to come out with the Junction Rhythm. All these are under the banner of Zion
Kings.
Yeah, and then now Tippy working on our next one, I think called the Conquering Lion Rhythm. Which I think I played a little bit today earlier still. So, yeah. And then I'll follow suit, Zion High, and come with the next one. It'll be volume 5 at that point.
Okay. So Zion Kings is a 3-headed, is a trinity.
Yes,
sir.
Yeah, man.
And that's Zion High Productions, High Grade Records, and Luster Kings, right?
That's it.
See.
Moon, Tippy, and myself.
How did they all come together, Zion Kings?
Well, Moon went to college in Rhode Island, Providence, which is where I'm from. So, and I met when he was in college. That was, I don't know, maybe 98 or so, 97, something like that. And I just immediately started working together. grounded as Rastafari and just started working on music. He's so talented. The man play guitar, flute, produce beats, can play bass, sing, harmony, mix. I mean, this man just graphic artist, like I showed the eye earlier. So he and I just immediately started working together and grounding. And he moved to Brooklyn and met Tippy. And then Tippy, they didn't really start working together, but there was vibes in. And then I worked on the Ross Attitude album, and Tippy had a song that Ross Attitude did with him that Ross Attitude wanted to include on the album. So Tippy and I linked through that. And then it just kind of came together after that. And I did a session, I think, in 2005 in St. Croix together, the three I and I, with Vaughn from Midnight.
So that was the first Zion I King session?
Yeah, officially. Yeah,
so Midnight brought, alright, see.
Yeah, Vaughn was all up in the midst of that. That was when Tippy, that was before Tippy actually got Aqua Sound Studio, which is the premier studio in St. Croix that he co-runs with Patrick. He was still working out of his house, so we was working, we tried everything in the house, and Vaughn was there, and just vibes, man, vibes, so, yeah, and I've just been working ever since, just more and more.
Okay. Which do you prefer, producing or playing?
Playing.
Playing.
Yeah.
Live shows, right?
Or a studio session.
Or a studio session.
Either or. I don't prefer one to the other. I love them both for what they are, but I think I prefer both of those to producing. And when I say produce, I mean more like in the sense of recording vocals, listening for pitch and timing issues with singers, artists I'm working with, putting on an overdub, you know, from a horn player or something, and coming with an arrangement in my heavens, or else, just, like I said, just listening with that discriminating ear when the track's actually going to tape to make sure everything is going to be usable and proper in the end.
So have you had any formal training in any of this?
Nothing.
Just a good ear?
Rastafari.
Okay, let's speak of Rastafari.
Yes, I.
Yes, because Rastafari is very important in the island.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Essential.
So,
without him, I am nothing. So, yeah.
You see, so as a Rasta musician, what do you think of the state of the music?
Music in general or reggae music?
Reggae music.
Okay. I think things are moving in the right direction. That's what I think. I think that in reggae music, it's like it's the king's music. So the king message can never die in the music, so to speak. It's always going to be ever present. It just go through phases where the artists who are getting the commercial success and attention are Rastafari artists, and then there are times when it's not like that. It's the other way, where the slack artists, the people who ain't really representing anything but vanity, are getting, you know, that big boost. And right now I think it's like, I know it's kind of moving towards Rastafari artists getting that commercial attention again, so it's good.
What do you think we can do to better enhance that, or to make it more consistent? Or is there anything we can do?
Boy, that's deep. I don't really know. Be straight with that. Be straight. I don't really know. I don't know if it's who the producers with clout are voicing at that particular time and push him as their main artist. I don't really know what it is, to be straight. 'Cause everything I do is gonna be the king gonna be in it.
That stuff, alright.
Everything that I do. So I don't really know what affects those trends. You know what I'm saying? But I just give thanks. The king can never come up missing in reggae music. You can always find him in reggae music, you know, which really and truly makes us proud to be a part of that movement, you know, that genre, so to speak, of music. You know. King's ever present.
Mighty. Okay, which artists you would like to work with that you have not worked with yet? Like, who is your dream artist? Like, you'd be like, yo, I'd love to record a session with that artist or play a session for that artist. Any genre.
Any genre. Oh, JAH. Probably something like get the Congos together, the original Congos, and record a track with them. Something like that at this point. Or even better yet, on the real, I'd like to do something with Bunny Wailer. That would be the ultimate vibe right now. If Bunny Wailer and I could link up and produce a track, that would be the highest vibe still.
That's the far.
Bunny Wailer.
As a bass player, which name like 2 or 3 bass players who you admire as a bass player. It could be like, you know, yeah man, that person that can play.
Family Man first, definite. And then Flabba from Roots Radix, definite.
Same.
And then Lloyd Brevitt from the Scatterlights.
Scatterlights, same.
Just to, I mean, that's the foundation. UA is coming from as a Rastafari, basic.
True.
And just a musician, you know what I'm saying? Coming from the Alpha Boys School, and I mean, that's the man where Family Man and the man study. So I'm saying Fam study Lloyd, and then Flabba come and study Fam, and now I'm here studying all of them. So it's just, it is what it is, you know. But those are my bases right there that I admire the most.
Okay. Any upcoming projects you're excited about?
We have a Naya Bingi project we're working on. Various artists Naya Bingi project, which I'm really excited about. Before the end of the year, we're releasing Jobless Redemption album, which is instrumental, very experimental, really and truly, but it's instrumental saxophone and brass dub, and it's nice. Looking forward to that. Very enriching, you know.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Yes, So, any final words or thoughts?
Yeah, man, just Alice Selassie First Tradition forever, you know. Like I said earlier, without him, none of I and I are anything. So, you know, we just give thanks for the knowledge of him and his presence in our life and music and works, you know, same way. We just glorify him in everything we do, same way.
Mighty. Rastafari, yes. Yes, sir. Jadi, give thanks, and yeah man, wish the I all the success and prosperity, you know, and
that's where the fire.
give thanks.
Rastafari.
Blessed.
Aye.
Blessed.